Good afternoon po.
Afternoon po, sir.
Okay. Ang topic natin ngayon would be new topic. Centroids yun. And then next week will be shear moment diagrams. Shear and bending moment diagrams basically. Tapos, stop na tayo doon. That will be the end of the scope for the finals. Tapos, meron pa tayong 1 week after that. And iniisip ko pa kung anong gagawin, but I'm thinking of some form of review, in-class review session or something para basta mag-a-act siya sa reviewer nyo for the finals. No? Topic today and topic next week. Na lang yung kailangan nating siyagain. Okay? Share. Basta ng PowerPoint. Okay, centroids and centers of gravity. So today, di-discuss natin yung concept ng center of gravity, yung center of mass, and the centroid. As well as I would like to show you how to determine yung location of the center of gravity and centroid for body composed of composite parts. So for as far as now, ang ating pagsasolve ng mga problems in cases when we are considering yung weight of the body. For example, kung maalala nyo, isa ito sa mga problems sa equilibrium, yung nasa left, tapos yung nasa gitna, tsaka yung nasa right, problem yan sa friction. Okay? Ang ginagawa natin, automatic na natin, sometimes sa problem, yung tulad sa nasa left, binigay ng problem yung location ng G or kung saan location mo i-apply yung weight ng object. For the second item naman, yung 300 pounds, tinreat natin yung 300 pounds as a single point or as a particle. Okay, so isang dot lang siya na may downward force. But for the 300 pounds. Yung sa ladder naman, kung maalala nyo, ang ginawa natin, we simply apply that force dun sa gitna ng ladder. Pero hindi na natin technically pinag-usapan kung bakit nga ba doon. Okay? So today, we will be discussing saan nga ba dapat nilalagay yung mga ganyan. Okay? Bakit nga ba siya sa gitna? Okay? So yun yung, kaya natin siya nilalagay dyan sa location na yan is because dun yung center of gravity ng object natin. The center of gravity is the point in an object where all the weight appears to act. Okay, ibig sabihin, kahit malaki yung object mo, pag dun mo siya binalance sa center of gravity, it would appear or it would act na lahat ng mass is nandun lang and kaya mo siyang i-balance at that point. Okay? So, saan natin nakikita yon? If you know this toy, okay, it's called the balancing eagle, uso to nung time namin, is kaya mo siyang i-balance sa isang finger mo. Right? It's because of the shape of the toy is that yung weight is that it distributes such that the center of gravity is at the tip of the beak or the bill of the bird. Okay, ibig sabihin, pag doon ko hinawakan yung toy, yung weight niya is nako-concentrate doon. And since nahawakan ko siya ng finger ko doon, parang nababalance ko yung object doon sa point na yun. Same with a ball, if you are very careful, kaya mo rin siyang i-balance sa finger mo. Okay? Kailangan mo lang i-imagine na lahat ng weight ng ball dapat mababalance doon sa gitna ng finger. Okay? So the purpose of the center of gravity is nandiyan yung center of the weight effect ng object natin. Okay? So ang ating magiging tawag dito, representation for that, we will indicate that with a circle, tapos may black and white pattern sa quadrants niya. Okay? Tulad dito. Opposite yung naka-shade. Tapos, pag naman lalagyan natin siya ng label or coordinates, lalagyan natin ng x and y na, pero lalagyan natin ng bar sa ibabaw. So, parang, halimbawa, kung nasa 10 mm yung x coordinate niya, then 10 na may bar sa ibabaw yung susunod. Right? For y naman, ganun din. Okay? So, pag nakakita ako ng free body ng drawing or diagram, ganito yung makikita ko. Okay, meron akong mark dito for the center of gravity. May bilog siya with stripes. Tapos yung dimensions niya is dapat may bar yung value sa ibabaw. So I would know that dimension corresponds to the center of gravity of the object. Okay? So ano bang concept or saan ba nakakatulong yung center of gravity? So imagine nyo, meron kayong ball pen. Okay, and most ball pens, nahahati siya sa dalawang piece. Yung tip of na may tip, saka yung tip na may handle. Okay? Sabihin, each part, meron silang sariling center of gravities nila. Okay? And that means yung weight of every section is concentrated on those parts such that I can do a moment about 0.0 of those two parts. Okay? So makikita nyo, both parts can cause a clockwise rotation or clockwise moment with respect to 0.0. Okay? Which means, iikot or papatak yung ballpen natin if we try to balance it at 0.0. So what we do with the center of gravity of the whole pen is ibabalance natin siya sa gitna. Okay, such that yung weight nung nasa left side saka weight nung nasa right side, pag nag-moment ako about dito sa center of gravity ko, pag dito ako nag-moment, so yung nasa left side will cause counterclockwise rotation. Yung nasa right side naman will cause counterclockwise rotation. Okay? Pag dito ako nag-moment, both yan ay mag-equilibrium. Okay, so yung rotation na clockwise at rotation na counterclockwise magbabalance. So, ibig sabihin, pag nilagay ko yung finger ko dito sa gitna ng pen, hindi iikot yung pen. Magbabalance lang siya on the tip of my finger. Okay? Ibig sabihin, pag sa COG ka nag-balance, dapat ma-cancel or mag-equilibrium lahat ng movements mo dun sa object. Which means, mababalance mo siya, hindi siya papatok. Kasi hindi siya mag-twist and mag-perform. Okay? Now, the history of how to solve center of gravity is actually based on the integral, which is this one. Okay? So, any shape, pwede nyo hanapan ng center of gravity using the equations like this. Pero later on, isi-simplify na natin siya into standard formulas. Kasi we will be using naman standard shapes for our solutions. Okay? I just want like to show yung history niya dito, pero if you want to learn more on how to solve this by integration, you can do so naman, pero on your own pace na lang, on your own time. What we will discuss here sa classroom would be yung based sa formulas. Okay? But before we go there, sa formulas, we would like to define muna yung centroid, which is the geometric center of an area or a volume. And for objects with homogeneous composition is the same location of the center of gravity. Right? So for our discussion here in our subject, focus tayo sa homogeneous composition. Ibig sabihin, yung center of gravity natin will coincide with the centroid of the object, which is the geometric center. Geometric center, ibig sabihin, kung square yan or rectangle, rhombus, circle, ano pa, parallelogram, okay? Or polygon, na regular polygon, yung center niya is the location of the centroid. Okay? So, yung mga ganong part, parang hindi nyo na kailangan mag-formula. Because the centroid of that is geometric center lang. Pero for other shapes, you have to use the formulas. Okay? So, ito, again, centroid, similar to COG or center of gravity, naka-based din sa integration yung kanilang derivation. So, again, if you want to learn about this, you can do so naman on your own. Pero ito na, for non-standard, for standard shapes and geometric center lang yan. Madali siyang hanapin. Pero for awkward shapes, kailangan mo ng formula. So for triangular area, na hindi right triangle, okay? Separate kasi yung right triangle. Pag hindi right triangle, the location of the centroid along the y-axis or yung vertical niya is h over 3. Okay, so ito, yung C dito, ang height nun is h over 3 with respect dito sa bottom of the triangle. The x component, makikita nyo blank siya kasi it changes dynamically depending sa type of triangle. Kasi you have to create you have to bisect the horizontal base, tapos kung saan dadaan yung line mo, tsaka kung saan siya mag-i-intersect dun sa y-bar, yun yung location ng x-bar mo. Okay, so medyo mahirap siya kunin. But later on, I will show you a trick or diskarte on how to do this easier. Well, for me, easier. But if you are comfortable na hanapin yung x-bar niya using trigonometry and geometry, okay lang din. So if the triangle is right, is the formula for x bar and y bar would be just 1/3 of them. 1/3 of B or 1/3 of H. Okay? With respect to dun sa corner na naka 90 degrees. Okay? So, yung B, kunin mo yung 1/3, yun yung X, location ng X bar niya. Yung H, kunin mo yung 1/3, yun yung location ng Y bar niya. Now, for awkward shapes, ito na yon. Sasabi ko na mahirap siyang, hindi siya visually mo agad may isip, pero ito yung table showing yung formulas for X and Y. Okay, so we have for quarter circle or half circle. We also have one for quarter ellipse and half ellipse. Okay, so X and Y yan. Okay. Meron din tayong for parabolic, half semi-parabolic and parabolic formulas. And for parabolic spandrel. Parabolic spandrel is yung ang curve mo dito ay naka-equation na x squared or quadratic formula. So, hindi pala quadratic kasi wala kang plus x. X squared lang. Kaya x squared lang. Okay, so may formula din dyan. So, this one, ang challenge dito, medyo marami siya. Plus, there's the risk na magkamali ka ng kuha. Kasi baka possible magka-interchange, or mali yung masukat mong dimension, etc. Pero formula heavy kasi talaga yung centroids, kaya doon tayo For a general spandrel, or general equation or area with a general equation nung hypotenuse as kn x, kn to the x. Ito naman yung formula for x bar and y bar. And remember, nilalagay ko rin dito yung area of the formula of the area. Kasi kailangan din natin yung area later on pag nag-solve tayo nung centroid. So this one, ay meron pa pala, circular section or yung pi natin. Pi section. Sa pi section, meron pa din. Pero remember, note ko lang dito, this is sine alpha over 3 alpha. Alpha here should be in radians. Kasi ginagamit natin siya to multiply to a number. Okay, so hindi po pwede dito na kung 45 yan, sine 45 over 3 times 45. Kailangan naka-radians siya kasi itong ilalim mag-iiba ng value. Same as the area. Dapat naka-radians. Okay, and the goal of these formulas is for you to locate yung C, okay, which is the centroid of this specific shape. So, pag mayroon kayong problem na equilibrium problem, tapos may weight siya, dito sa point nyo ilalagay yung weight. Okay? And yung x bar and y bar, yun yung magiging basis nyo ng distance if ever man na kailangan yung mag-summation of moments. Okay? Question po. And before we go sa composite areas. So this part, medyo ano talaga siya. Formula-based. Okay? Itong integration, din na naman natin siya i-cover. Pero itong formulas, ito need nyo talaga siyang well, one is makabisado. And two is maging comfortable kayo sa paggamit sa kanila. Huwag kayong malilito sa X and Y, HA, etc. Next, composite areas. Now, there are times when the object can be considered as a composite area. Okay? Composite area, bakit siya sinawag na composite area? Kasi pwede mo siyang i-break down into multiple standard or familiar shape na areas. Okay, sabihin sa area 1 dito, pwede ko siyang i-break into area 1, area 3, and area 2. Okay? So every individual area na familiar or standard, alam ko or define yung location ng centroids nila. C1, C2, C3. Okay? And I can use these, oops, close your eyes daw, pero mulat ulit, huwag tutulog. You can use this, you will use this pala to solve for the centroid of the whole composite area. Okay? So the area of the whole composite, tsaka yung centroid ng whole composite, is madederive using the areas and the centroids of all the mini or sub-areas within that composite. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin formula doon is this one. QY, dalawa to, left and right, QY and QX, okay, those are called the first moment of area. Yung subscript niya with respect to. So, QY, that's first moment of area with respect to Y axis. QX, first moment of area with respect to X axis. The first moment of area with respect to y-axis is equal daw sa capital X bar, which is the centroid of the whole area, or the composite, times the summation of area of the composite. Okay? Summation of area kasi, yung A dito is area of the smaller sections. So, pag pinagsama-sama mo yung area of the small sections, saan makukuha mo yung area ng buong composite. That's summation of it. So, yung X bar, centroid x of the composite times the total area of the composite, equal daw siya sa summation ng product of the x bar na maliit, that's the centroid of every mini area, times A, which is the area of each mini area, or area of each micro standard shape. Okay? So dito, remember, may C1, C2, C3 tayo. Alam natin yung X bar, Y bar ng bawat isang yan. Tapos alam natin yung area of each bawat isa. So ito yon, yung X bar of each times the area of each. Multiply mo, then isasum mo yung products. Equal daw yun sa X bar na malaki for the composite, tsaka yung sum of all the areas. Okay, so dahil dyan, usually, ang unknown mo dyan would be the centroid of the whole. X bar na malaki, tsaka itong sa kabila, Y bar na malaki. So usually, yun yung unknown. And given ka naman nung the rest, so masasolve mo yung centroid ng buong composite area. Okay? So another illustration dito, ito yung QY and QX natin. Yung summation of area, ito yon. So X bar na malaki and Y bar na malaki, we multiply that with the individual areas of every subsection with the sum of the areas of all subsections. Equal daw yan sa x1a1, centroid ni A, centroid ni area 1 times area ni area 1, plus x centroid ni area 2 times area ni area 2, etc. Same with y, y bar capital times yung sum of all the areas, equal siya sa y centroid ng mini area 1 times yung area ni mini area 1 plus centroid y ni mini area 2 times area ni mini area 2, etc. Okay, so medyo nakakalito lang yung area saka mini area. Okay? But I think once makapag-example ako, makikita nyo na madali lang siya. Okay? Pero, reminder lang, meron tayong negative areas. Because there are times when we cannot directly get yung area ng object. So, ang isang technique natin ginagawa, naglalagay tayo ng negative areas or basically areas na i-remove natin. Okay? So, for example, for this one, this shape, yung color blue, I can consider that as isang semicircle, half circle pala to. Isang half circle, area 1, plus isang rectangle, area 2, minus isang circle, area 3. Okay, so we can build that para lang mabuo yung required natin na area. So sa ganito, dahil void or negative yung area 3, pag nag-table tayo, negative din yung makukuha nating area. Be conscious then of the location of the y-axis and the x-axis sa drawing. Kasi doon, nagde-depend din doon yung sign ng ating x bar at y bar. So, minsan kasi yung x bar natin, naging negative. Kasi nasa left na siya ng origin point. Okay? So, the sign of the centroids, as well as the sign of the areas, nagmamatter sila dun sa multiplication ng x bar A or y bar A. Kasi kung negative yung isa, syempre, magna-negative din yung value ni x bar A or y bar A. Okay, so parang follow the sign lang algebraically. Negative, di negative. Yung product. Kung negative pareho si x saka si A, then yung product nila would be positive. Okay po. So example tayo. This one, I will solve muna. So you can see how it's done. Then later on, yung example 2 and 3, we would solve using the ruleta. Okay, ang goal natin, did calculate the first moment of area about the SS-axis. So, SS-axis ko is narito sa baba. And the centroid location along the y-axis. Okay? Y-axis ko naman is the vertical. Okay? Sa aking whiteboard. Wait lang. Okay. So, SS-axis natin, ay ang goal palang hanapin daw is yung moment of areas. So, Q, anong sign daw? Moment of area about the SS-axis. Okay, so ang SS-axis natin is itong nasa baba. Okay, ito S, S. Axis. Okay. So, dahil dyan ay along the x-axis or horizontal, this Q is actually moment of area along x. Okay? So, ang formula niyan, sabi natin, it's equal to y bar times the summation of area or equal din siya sa summation of small y bar times area. Okay. Ngayon, bakit po ang tinatanong lang is, tinanong din is yung y bar or yung location of the centroid along the y-axis. Okay? Now, bakit po hindi tinanong si x? Wait lang. Okay. Yun. Y bar lang yung tinatanong, which is the centroid, basically location yan or distance. Centroid distance along the y-axis. Kasi yung 4x axis, if you would notice, our figure is symmetric along the y-axis. So, pwede pa siyang hatiin dito along the y-axis. And the left and right sides would be equal. Ibig sabihin, yung centroid ko along the horizontal is dito na siya papatak sa line na to. Is ito na yon. So, the only unknown na kailangan ko is nasan dito sa line yung centroid ko. Which is yung y bar nga na hinahanap natin. Pero confident na tayo na dito siya papatak kasi ito yung line of symmetry ng ating object. So, whenever your object has a symmetry, the centroid will pass through that line. Okay? So, y bar. So, first goal ko is, sabi kanina, get the areas. Okay? So, ilipat ko lang to. Paano ko ito gagawin? Okay? So, first goal ko, kunin yung areas. Kasi ang goal ko ito, di ba? Y bar, summation of A, equals summation of Y bar na maliit times A. So, kunin ko muna yung A. Kasi gagamitin ko siya, mas
Welcome
gagamitin
to
ko siya.
Summoner's Rift.
Okay? So, for area, I need to check the area
30
of
seconds
all
until
my
minions spawn.
compo sub areas or mini areas. So I have 3 mini areas, A, B, and C. A, B, and C. Okay? So si A, area ni A, that's 10 times 40 or 400 mm squared. So dito ko lalagay yung mm squared. Hindi ko na sinusukat. Yan. For B, that's 10. Then yung isang side, yung other side would be 60 to. Pero kailangan mong ibawas yung taas, which is 10. Tsaka yung ilalim, which is 10 also. This is 40 din. So 40 times 10, that's also 400. Check nyo kung tama yung solve ko. And raise hand lang pag may error. Kasi sinosolve ka din siya ngayon on the fly. Okay? For section C naman, it has 30 mm by 10 mm. So this is 300 mm. Okay? So dahil dyan, so solve na ako. Meron na akong A. Yan, A. Actually, hindi pa. Kasi YA2 eh. Y bar. So, kailangan ko na summation of A. Itong part na to. So, para mag-summation of A, itong tatlong A na nakuha ko, isa-summation ko sila. Summation of A equals 1100 millimeter squared. Ito pa rin yung unit niya. Okay? So, summation of A, check na ako. So, ang kailangan ko, Y bar na maliit times A. Okay? So, lagay ako ng column. Y bar na maliit. Okay? So, for C muna, okay? So, remember, all my Y or my distances are based or with reference to SS line or SS axis. Okay? Tapos, going up is positive. Okay? So, for A, remember, ang centroid natin, ang Y na maliit ay centroid of every small area. Okay? So, for regular shapes, it will be the geometric center lang nung area. So, for section C, my geometric center or centroid is Y sub C, which is this one. So, kung 10 yung height niya, the centroid would be half of that. So, this would be 5 mm. Okay? Kasi nandito yung centroid niya. So, 5 mm si YC. So, dito, lagay ko 5 mm. Next, for area B, ang centroid niya would be Y bar B na maliit, Y na maliit bar sub B at doon siya sa gitna ng rectangle. So, ang height ng rectangle ko, sabi ko kanina, this one, is 40 mm. So, ang half niya is 20. Okay? Pero dahil may 10 mm pa ako dito sa baba, I need to add that. So, this will become 30 mm. Okay, so that's 30 mm. And lastly, for A, dito sa gitna yung centroid niya. So, so that one is this one, y sub A. So that one is 10. Mula sa baba, that's 10. Plus 40. Plus kalahati nung 10 ulit. So that's 55. Okay? Any question? Paano to nakuha? Yung tatlong y bar? Or clarification? Okay, kung wala, let's move on. So, sana yung aking yung. So, nakuha ko na yung y bar. And remember, kailangan ko y bar A. So, I need to have another column na y bar A, which is simply the product of my y bar and my areas. Okay? So, for my area A, that's 400 times 55. So, that's 22,000 meters mm cube. Okay, because this is mm, that is millimeter square. So, cube na siya. For area B, that's 400 times 30. That would be 12,000 mm cube. For the last one, that's 300 times 5. That would be 1,500 mm square. Okay? So, I now have my y bar A. Pero dito, sabi natin, summation of y bar A. So, ito, kailangan ko pa siyang is summation of y bar A. So, i-add ko lang silang lahat. And I will be getting 35,500 mm cube. Okay? So, sabi dito, first moment of area with respect to x equal daw siya sa summation of y bar A. Okay? Ibig sabihin, ito na yon. Qx ko is equal na to 35,500 mm cube. So, ito na yung isa kong answer. First moment of area with respect to x or SS axis. Now, after nun, kailangan ko namang hanapin yung y bar. For the y bar, I would still use this equation. Sabi dito, y bar times summation of A equals the summation of small y bar A. So, to get y bar, I would just transpose yung denominator. I would get summation of small y bar A over summation of A. Okay? So, summation of y bar A, ito na siya, 3,550. 3,500 pala. Over our summation of area, which is this one. So, we can solve. Wait lang. So, we can solve for a value na 35,500 over 1,100. May y bar, tama. May capital Y bar or the y centroid of the entire composite area will be equal to 32.27 mm. So the implication of the 32.27 mm, nasan siya dito? So kung ito ay 30, so kung this is 30, so yung 32, meron siya nandito. Ito. Ibig sabihin, itong area na to, itong part na to, ito yung 32.27. So ito yung aking y-bar. Okay? Ibig sabihin, ito yung center of gravity ng object natin. So dapat, pag dinraw ko siya, ano yun? Meron siyang center of gravity. Okay? Tapos, dyan na ngayon nag-a-act or nag-take effect yung weight or yung total weight of my entire area or entire body. Okay? Any question po? So the challenge here is yung pagkuha ng, well, first, ay, hindi pala yan. Hindi pala yung next. Okay? Ito muna tayo. Question muna before we proceed. So this one, easy lang siya because the shapes are all rectangular. So getting the individual centroids is easy. That's just geometric centers lang. Tapos huwag lang kayong malilito dito sa ating table. Kasi ito summation of A, ito summation of Y bar. Okay. Let's ko lang to. Okay? Move on tayo. So this one naman, it's a triangle. Okay? Ang goal again natin, find the first moment of area for the blue triangle. So dalawa yon, first moment of area with respect to x-axis, first moment of area with respect to y-axis. And then, hahanapin din natin yung centroid of the blue area. Okay, so that's dalawa yon, capital Y bar, capital X bar. So sabi natin, ito yung example natin na mahirap hanapin yung centroid ng triangle na hindi right triangle. Okay? So ang gagawin ko technique, is gagamitin ko yung concept ng negative areas. So, paano yun? I will imagine this as one big area. So this is one big rectangle. Okay? Rectangle siya. Tapos may dalawa lang akong void or tinanggal na areas. So this is isang area akong tinanggal. Ito yung area akong tinanggal na pangalawa. I'll call it area 1, area 2. So pag tinanggal ko yun, may iwan sa akin yung blue na area. Okay? So parang ang lalabas, I have a rectangle minus area 1 minus area 2 equals yung area nung triangle. Okay? So because of that, ito yung sinasabi ko na concept of negative area. So we will consider these white areas as negative areas. And so, magbabago yung answers mo dito kasi meron ka ng negative values dito. Siyempre, pag multiply mo rin yun by y, Yung y kasi positive. Yung a, possible yung mag-negative. Kasi negative area. So, may mag-negative ka din dito. So, paliit. Papuntang paliit yung answers mo. Okay? So, dito, ang magiging table natin is area of the square, area 1, area 2. Where 1 and 2 are negative areas. Okay? Move ko lang to ulit. So, A, hindi pala kasha. Okay, hindi pa tayo sa baba. So, I have A. So, kunin ko yung X bar na maliit, Y bar na maliit, X bar A, Y bar A. Okay? So, remember, both X and Y na yung hinahanap natin. So, may separate X bar and X bar A, tsaka Y bar and Y bar A for both. Okay? So, remember then, pag right triangle, ang centroid niya ay h over 3. Okay? Pag rectangle naman, ang centroid niya is basically geometric center. Okay? So I would like you to try to solve this. I will give you 10 minutes. Okay? Para lang kasi mahaba-habang add and minus to eh. Especially here. Okay? And then mamaya, let's solve this together using the wheel of names. Okay? Pero sige, kunin na natin yung X bar and Y bar kasi yun yung medyo mahirap. For the square, sabi natin geometric center. So the X bar is just midpoint nung X natin. Okay? So ang midpoint, ang X natin is 30 and 48. So the midpoint there is 48, 78, 39. Right? Is 39. Kasi ang 0 ko, itong aking origin. 0, 0. Okay, doon yung intersection ng X and Y. So, X ko is 39. Ang Y naman is half din ng vertical. So, that's 72. So, that's 36. So, dito yon. That's the center of the square. Or centroid of the square. Okay? Next is centroid nung 1, area 1. So, that is a right triangle. Okay? Sabi natin pag right triangle, ang centroid is h over 3. So, h over 3 for x, h over 3 ng 30 is 10. For y, h over 3 ng 72 is 14. Sana tama ang aking mental na answer. Check ko. Ay, mali. 24. Oh, tama. 24. Thank you. $24. So, roughly, nandito yan. T2. Pwede. Babaw ng 1. Okay, for number 2 naman, h over 3 ng 48. That is 48. 16. Okay? So, 16, remember, ang 16 ay with respect dito sa right edge. Okay? Dahil 16 yon, nandito siya sa part na to, 16. Pero remember, we are measuring with respect to 0. Okay? So, our total then would be, kung 16 from here, so nandito siya, from 0, that would be 30 plus 32. Tama, 32. 30 plus 32. So, 30 plus 32. 62. Tama ba? Sabihan nyo pag mali, 62. Okay, so bakit 62? Rahin ko muna tong label. So ito, yung point na to, h over 3, kung 48 yon, ito yung 16. Okay? So kung 16 yan, itong kabilang side, para mag-match siya na 78, 78 minus 16, 62. Okay. So 62 to. Okay? So laging with respect sa 0, yung ating pag-measure. 62. This one, this is. And y-axis, h over 3. Ito sa akin 72 over 3. That is 24 pa rin. Okay? And then, ito, kaya nyo na yan. Okay? Areas, kaya nyo na rin yan. Triangles and squares lang. But remember, the area ni 1 is negative. Area 2 is negative. Kasi, void areas siya. Okay? So, I would like to give you time to solve this. Try nyo para mamaya medyo dire-diretso na tayo. Because I would call names to help me get the areas and the sum of XA and YA. Okay? For 10 minutes. Okay, solve natin. Uy, Alvin.
Hello po, sir.
Hello. Okay, so ang goal natin, ma-fill in yung table kasi yung table gagamitin natin to get the centroid. So first natin fill in yung A, yung areas of each individual section. So anong ating area for the square?
Sir, ang gagawin ko po diyan ay yung imo-multiply po yung both sides or yung gagamitan po ng formula po. Dahil ang na-compute ko ang ginawa ko pong computation, kagaya po dun sa number 1. Ang
Okay.
po ay 5616 po. Pero if mali po, may isa pa po akong ginamit na way.
Ibang sagot?
Opo, sir.
Anong way yun? Curious lang.
Yung una ko pong ginawa ay yun pong pinag-multiply lang po itong 72 at saka po
Yung sa baba.
72 times 30 plus 48. Gano'n po yung
Yes.
unang ginawa. Bale po yun po ay 5616. Ay,
Okay.
okey.
Pares.
At tama ka po yun?
Yes.
Ay siya, yun na lang po ang gagawin.
Ano ba yung iba?
Baka yung isa po ay for triangle po.
Okay. So for 5616, yes, that's basically the area of no square portion mo. Okay, so
Opo.
5616. Okay, so next is area 1. So area no triangle 1.
Ako pa rin po, sir.
Yes po.
Ang ginawa ko din po ay yung ano po, halimbawa po for area 1, ang ginawa ko po ay 72 times 30. Tama ba po yun or kailangan pa pong i-divide sa 1/2?
Yes, kailangan sundin mo pa
Hmm.
rin yung kung anong formula nung area nung shape na yon.
So, wait lang po.
So for triangles, the area mo is still 1/2 base times height. For square yung kanina, that's basically base times height.
Sa dun po sa 1 ay negative 1,080 po.
Yes.
Yan
And for
po.
the third, which is
For
another
number 2 po
triangle,
naman, for number 2 naman po ay negative 1,728 po.
7 to 8. Yes. Okay. And then, after nyan, after you get the area, so itong area sa to, geometry to, nothing special. Medyo mag-iingat lang kayo pag ganito na nag-assume kayo ng square. So, yung sa square yung hahanapin nyo. Okay? Then triangles, triangles. So, ang next niyan is you get the sum of the areas. Algebraically. So, Anthony, can we add this? Pero negative to.
Survey lang po.
Sige. So, while Anthony is doing that, pwede na actually nating kunin yung small x bar times a, which is basically ito times ito. Okay? So, 5616 times 39, negative 1080 times 10, negative 1728 times 62. So, magka-add po niyan ay C
Sir,
at
bale po sa summation po
tsaka
ng
sum. Okay? So, ano yun, Anthony, sa'yo?
bale sa summation po ng AI 2,808 po.
Yes, 2,808.
Thank you po.
Thank you. Millimeter, square. Right? Mm square. Okay? So, Luzel, natuto ka ba? Hi, Luzel. Makaspeak ka po. Ah, sila microphone ni Luzel. Next. Claudine.
Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon po. So, si Ma'am Claudine, tutulungan niya akong mag-solve ng x times a. And then yung sa y sub a naman, which is ito naman, times yung area din. Is si Andrea. Okay? At dito muna tayo sa x sub a. So, may values na po kayo nito eh.
Meron na po, sir.
Okay po. For the square,
Sa square po ay 219,024 po.
okay, next. It's for the area 1.
Negative 10,800 po.
100.
And
Okay.
last po ay negative 107,136 po.
107,000.
136 po.
36. So the sum of those will be
101,088 po.
88. Tama?
Correct po. Yes po.
Okay.
Thank you po.
Thank you, ma'am. Bakit nasa lista? 6. Si Ma'am Francesca. Wala. So, ipatuloy. Si Miguel. Miguel.
Ano po? Sir, yung sa
Hello.
Y na po.
Yes, y bar times a.
Yung sa square po ay 202,176.
Okay.
Tapos yung sa ano naman po, yung sa B. Wait lang po. Ay, sa B tuloy. Yung sa circle na 1.
Yes.
Ano po? Negative 25,920.
Okay.
Tapos naman po, yung sa huli ay negative 106,640. Ano po, pagsasama-samahin po lahat yan.
Wait lang.
Ay, hindi po.
Hindi pa tayo ng sagot sa list.
Ay, mali pala. X pala po ang 9 times ko dun.
Y, dapat to. 24.
24 pala po.
Yes.
Ano po? Negative 41,280.
Parang hindi. 1728 yan, ha?
1728 po.
Bakit lang
Hindi,
ang ating
hindi ko
sulat?
nakita yun.
Oo.
Ito, tunay na po. Negative 41,472.
Okay. So, the sum nito,
Ano po? 134,784.
okay. Thank you. Okay? Thank you, Miguel. So this na, ito na yung x, ito na yung summation of x bar A. Ito naman summation of y bar A. Okay? And sabi natin sa definition kanina, yung summation of x bar A, yan yung q, y. Ito naman yung q, x. Okay? First moment of area with respect to y, first moment of area with respect to x. Okay? So, yun na yun. So, next naman natin hahanapin is yung x bar and y bar niya. So, dalawa. So, x bar ng capital tsaka y bar. Ang formula natin for this would be ito. This one. Or basically ito, itong gitnang part. Kasi ito namang dulo tsaka ito, same. Ito, capital Y bar. Sort ba dito? Ay, ito na pala. Kung y bar, that's summation of y bar A over summation of A. Okay? So, dito, kung x yan, would be summation of x bar A over summation of A. Ang y bar naman is summation of y bar A over summation of A. Equals. So, yung summation of A, ito na yan. 2808. 2808. Ito, 2808. Okay? Yung nasa taas naman, summation of XA, ito yung XA, ito yung YA. So, 101, 088. Ito naman, 134748. So, when you do that, 101088 over 2808, you'll get 36. For y naman, you'll get 134748 over 2808. Ay, 134784. Equal to 48. Okay? So, 36 and 48 daw yung coordinates ng ating centroid. So, kung 36 and 48, kung hanapin mo siya dito sa drawing, (36) would be around here, 36x. 48 is, ang 72 ang half niya ay 36. So, medyo mas mataas sa halfway. So, mga nandito. But this one is our central. Tapos pag sinulat mo siya, 36, 48 yung coordinates, pero dahil centroid siya, lalagyan mo ng bar sa ibabaw. Para aware ako, kung nakita ko, yun yung centroid. Okay? So that is how you solve centroids of objects. Yung ganito naman, na lengths na, dito kasi, hollow tong gitna. Wires lang to eh. Okay? So pag wires naman, similar lang din yung approach. Gagawa ka pa rin ng table, pero imbis na area is length yung hahanapin. So, ang magiging table mo dyan, length, x bar na maliit, y bar na maliit, x bar L, x bar, y bar L. Okay? Tapos, ang mangyayari dyan, meron kang tatlong members. Tatlong sections of wires. Dito sa baba, summation of length to. Meron ka pa rin summation of x bar L, tsaka summation of y bar L. Oops, hindi ko makita yan. Ganyan siya. Okay? So, makukuha mo pa rin yung centroid niya. And for wires, okay, ang centroid ng wires is always the midpoint of every straight run. So, lagi siyang halfway nung straight run. Kasi magbabalance lang siya. Okay? So, this one, you can solve as well. Similar method, naging lengths lang yung area mo. Okay? So, this one will be part of your take-home quiz again. Okay, may take-home quiz tayo about centroids and center of gravity. So, this one is one, tapos mag-a-add ako ng problems pa. Tapos, pag in-upload ko yon, you have 3 days to upload it back. Okay? Hindi ko pa lang sure kung kailan ko ma-upload. Baka Monday or Tuesday. Okay? So, any question? So far, sa centroids and gravity. Centroids and center of gravity. Okay, so kung wala, ay sige. Warren.
Sir, may tanong lang po dun sa second problem po kanina.
Okay, go.
Doon po sa X bar po sa second, bakit po naging 62?
62. Yung X bar yon ni ito, ni triangle na to. Okay. Ito ni number 2. X bar yun ni triangle number 2. Sabi natin pag triangle, ang kanyang centroid is H over 3 or B over 3, pero with respect dun sa right angle na naka-90. So kung X yon, ito yon. So kung X yan, ang centroid mo is 48 over 3, which is equal to 16. 16. Right? So yung 16 actually is, if this is the point, yung 16 mo is this part. 16. Right? Kasi yun yung distance from dito sa point nung right triangle. Yung right nung 90-degree angle. 16. However, ang coordinates natin, we are writing coordinates kasi. So, coordinates yan. So, naka-Cartesian siya. Eh, yung 0, 0 natin, nandito sa baba. Okay? 0, 0. So, imbes na 16 yung ilalagay ko, ang nilalagay ko is yung distance niya from 0, 0. Ito. Yung distance niya from 0, 0. So, kung 48 plus 30, so 78 yan. This part na naiwan would be equal to 62. So, 62. So, 62 dapat yung ilalagay ko sa table. So, 62 dapat ang ilalagay ko sa table kasi siya yung distance ng centroid ko with respect sa 0, 0 or sa origin. So, huwag nyo isusulat 16 kasi yung 16 naka-base yan dito sa point na to. Dapat laging base sa 0, 0. Yung ating X bar and Y bar. So, kung nalipat ko yung axis ko in a different place, mag-iiba din yung values ng X bar and Y bar. Kasi gagalaw sila to adjust para dun sa new location ng origin point. Goods ba yun, Warren?
Apo, gets na po.
Yeah.
Thank you po.
Yeah. So always, bago nyo isulat to, check nyo muna kung nasan yung X and Y axis nyo sa drawing. Minsan kasi nasa gitna yan, minsan nasa gilid tulad nito, minsan naman nangyayari din malayo. Nandiyan yung drawing, pero narito pa sa minsan nandiyan yung drawing, pero yung x and y axis mo narito sa baba. So lahat ng sukat mo, dito pa rin magbe-base sa 0, 0. Kahit malayo doon, so lahat yan mag-a-adjust. Right? Other questions? Okay, so kung wala, ay sige.
Sir, yung ano po, yung problem number 3 po, isasabay niyo na po sa pagbibigay nung ano po, isasabay niyo na po sa pagbibigay nung take-home quiz or
Hindi,
sagutan
part na
po.
siya. Isang
Okay.
item na siya doon.
Sige po, so thank you po.
Pero kasi ito, lengths yung given. So, I would like you to parang compare and figure out paano kung length. Kumbaga, hindi ko na ituturo yung way. Similar way lang naman, pero lengths kasi ito. Okay? So, try to learn how to solve it kasi i-mirror nyo lang naman yan dito. Dito kasi area. Okay? Ayan. Other questions? So if there are none, since I decided nga na after this, our remaining topic would be bending moment diagram, shear and bending moment diagram sa face-to-face class natin next week is hindi ko muna kayo i-meet tomorrow. Okay, I would take the time para tapusin yung checking ng midterms nyo tsaka nung quiz. Sa akin pa yung quiz 3. Yung last week, quiz 3. Okay, tapusin ko muna lahat ng backlog ko. Especially sa midterms para ma-upload ko na. Kasi pag inabutan ako ng finals, mahirapan ako i-check both. Hindi ko pa kasi tapos yung midterms. Okay? So, tapusin ko muna siya tomorrow. So, antabay lang kayo sa quiz. Pero yung quiz, baka Monday or Tuesday pa siya ma-upload. So, medyo quick breather lang to sa inyo kasi next week and next week, halos final requirements na talaga yun. So for you, take this time as a breather or para mag-review kung gusto nyo. But yun, the next time I'm meeting you is next week na sa ating face-to-face. Ay, may yung, ba't nga ba tayo na yung isang subject nyo, yung nagsa-Sunday ng face-to-face, Alvin, is Saturday na ulit siya next week. So Saturday tayo.
Sir, parang Saturday po dahil medyo po kami sa kanyang ipapasa ng face-to-face next Saturday.
So back to normal programming tayo Saturday.
Opo. Bale,
Okay.
doon po ulit tayo sa CIT ano po.
Mm.
Hahanap na
Kasi,
lang po kung saan malamig-lamig.
kung may hanap pa yung iba, okay lang naman. Hindi kayo yung maghanap.
Sige
Sabihan
po.
nyo lang ako.
Thank you
Sige.
po.
So, yun lang muna. So, last topic na next week. So, thank you for listening. Good luck and bye-bye.